Hey guys, this is B. I travel full-time as a nomad in my SUV Chariot, and this is my channel. Welcome back. So this time we are going to be doing part 4 of our 10-part series talking about nomadic living and prepping for being a full-time traveler. So this time we are going to be talking about gadgets. So I am indoors. I don't have my gadgets with me, but I can definitely describe them to you. And I'm in the process of creating an Amazon list of all the gadgets that I use if you guys are interested in getting them for your rig for weekend travels, whatever you want to do. So, excuse me. Let's get into it. So, the first gadget that I would recommend you get as a full-time traveler is a sleeping bag. I have traveled in really cold places without a sleeping bag, and I'm talking about a real good one, like the Coleman. I have a Coleman one that you can do in like 30-degree and lower weather. I personally have only slept inside my sleeping bag twice because it was that cold, but other than that, it's too darn hot to sleep in it. So it's really good to have something that's super, super warm. So if you do go into a place to start snowing or something like that, you could just right into it. And it's a really awesome comforter addition. So I have I think it's 3 or 4 inch thick mattress. It's a floor mattress that I fold into a futon or into a bed, depending on what I'm using it for. And then underneath that mattress, I have the actually it's on top of the mattress, but I have it laid a certain way. I have the big sleeping bag, so if it does get too cold, I can just pull it right on out of the floor mattress bag that they have, and then just pull it out and sleep in there. I typically have just a regular fluffy comforter, and I have my 2 pillowcases that I made that I stuff with coats and cardigans and fluffy things that are kind of extras, but I use those as my pillows. And then I have my floor mattress as my mattress, and then I have the sleeping bag as a little extra cushion. So that is super comfortable. It's really easy to fold up and to wash if you need to wash it, every month or so, just making sure that it's nice and clean. So that would be my first thing, is making sure that you get a sleeping bag. Super important. Second thing, if you want to stay warm, is a wool blanket. So I was gifted a wool blanket by an old boss, and it makes a world of a difference. It is super, super warming. You can literally just put it at the bottom of your bed over your feet at night if you like it to be kind of chilly when it's cold, and you like to sleep out, when it's kind of chilly, you still kind of like to be cold a little bit. You could just put it on your feet and you will be hot. You will be very warm. So that is another thing, is a wool blanket. So the next thing is a gas stove. So I was wanting to do everything electrical, no gas, just everything electric, all solar, but it takes a lot of time to refill your bank solar wise, your battery bank solar. But I do recommend getting a battery bank if you're traveling full time, either 1 or 2. I have 2, but that way you can charge your phone, your computer, anything that may turn off and you're off grid, or may turn off while you're traveling or something. You can just hook it right up to that battery bank and you'll be good to go. Especially if you do long road trips like I do. Sometimes you need to charge something, but you don't want to charge it on the car. Also, my SUV comes with a plug-in port, so I can actually charge my battery while I'm driving. So when we go on this road trip, I'll be able to use the battery freely and then plug it in while we're driving, and it'll be charged up for me to use that night, which is really nice. Little side step there, but solar and batteries are super important, but they're not the primary gadget. You can definitely do van life without a solar setup. But if you do end up getting one, it'll just make life a little bit more easeful, just like getting in the toilet. Let's move to the next thing, a foldable toilet. I want to link the one that I use because I use it often. I know a lot of van lifers, they try to get to the gas station, try to get to the gym or wherever they're trying to get to, so that way they can use the bathroom there. But when it's early in the morning, because sometimes I'll be wanting to go at 5, I want to go super early, this foldable toilet is awesome. So there's literally like poo bags that are similar to dog doggy bags, and then I have it folds up like this, and it's only about 2 inches thick, and I put it on the side of my little bed area, and I'll whip it out whenever I need to, fold it, and it is super sturdy, very comfortable, and I haven't had any leaks or problems with it at all. So my other gadget that I would definitely add, so right now we have, this is casual, so it may be a little jumbled, but right now we have sleeping bag, wool blanket, gas stove, folding toilet. If you have those things, you're literally cooking with gas. There's a small camping kit that you can get, a camping kitchen kit that you can get, the utensil kit for about $12, the cooking kit for about $30. Then you have all your cooking utensils that you need. I recommend, if you can fit some type of kitchen cabinet setup inside of your rig, even if it's really small. My cabinet setup's almost 14 inches wide. That's literally it. This, and maybe like 6 to 7 inches deep. It's not very big at all, but I literally cook everything on it. I can store everything in it. It's a pantry and a kitchen cabinet for all my utensils, and it's all right in that space. So if you're able to do something like that, it just makes the space feel much more homey, and it makes it feel like you can actually cook in there without it being like, oh, I don't want to put this cutting board on top of anything and like spill. You just have a designated space that you can cook and make a little mess if you need to. So definitely having some type of kitchen cabinet. You can literally custom build it like I did out of some plywood, screw some little L brackets on there and call it good. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to hold up. And it doesn't have to be like super durable either. It's in a car or it's in a smaller rig. Now, if you're in an RV or in something bigger and you want to purchase a cabinet, completely different layout. I'm just talking about van life and car life. So if you can fit some type of indoor kitchen. Now, a lot of folks have their kitchens in the trunk area. I think that's super dope. I actually have a pull-out cabinet on the backside, so I completely understand how awesome that is. But when you're stealthing in the city, or even honestly when it gets too dark and you're in the desert at night, or you're in off-grid at night, you don't really want to have your back hatch open. But you may want to cook something later at night. Like you may want some noodles while you're watching a movie, or make something while you're chilling out. So I just like to have my kitchen, at least part of it, inside of the rig, so that way I can just roll a window down and then be able to cook inside without having to do too much outside. Also, moving to the next thing is the window covers. So I have these they look like nylon gloves, but it's for the windows. It's for my 2 back windows, and basically I can use that to roll down my windows at night if it's pretty hot. So we went to cold weather, now we're going over to hot weather. If you are in a hot space or you want to have these because you're traveling and it may get hot, I highly recommend that you get yourself some of these gosh darn window covers. Some people use the vents. You can get little vents from Home Depot, but the thing about the vents is you have to have a straight across window. I have a curved window, so I have these little nylon covers that I put over the outside like a slip, and then I can roll the window down and no bugs come in. That is literally a godsend when it's too warm. But even more than that, which probably should have been the first thing on my list, honestly, is my electric fan. There's 3 speeds on it, and it feels like an AC. It's just, I'll link it. It's amazing. So if you want to control your air in your rig, if you get hot easily, or you just want to be able to turn a fan on, I got a fan that clips to the side of the headrest. It's perfect, and it turns all sorts of types of ways, so you can just turn it and tuck it into the headrest. Well, if a passenger sits there, they don't even notice. You can plug it right into your battery bank at night, and it doesn't take up a lot of battery. Pow. That is my favorite thing. So I could go on literally for probably a couple more hours of my favorite gadgets, but those are my favorite ones to use for like just starting van life. Those were my favorite gadgets. So like I said, I will be working on a little Amazon list so you guys can see if you want to get the particular items that I use, because they are durable. They haven't caused me no problems. and they're really, really stellar, I will make a list so that way you guys can check those out if you're interested. But those are just a few things that I really, really love to use in my rig. I use them almost daily. They don't take up a lot of energy or a lot of time to use. And it just makes it really nice to have those little pleasures on the road, especially if you're in the middle of nowhere or you're headed cross country and you need to stop. All of these things help you to be able to be comfortable throughout the season changes. So I hope this video was helpful for you. Please leave in the comments a couple of nomad items that you really love that you could not live without, or things that you would think like you would probably need to add this to the list. If you were a nomad, you probably want to add this to it. So let me know your thoughts. I'm excited to hear what you think. Until then, I will see y'all on the next video, and I hope y'all have a great morning, evening, noon, or night, whatever it is. Please like, share, subscribe, and leave me a comment below, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.